right. Hello, everyone. Hello, Instagram friends. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTubers. Hello to all of my humans online. Happy Wednesday. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully you guys are really great, and I'm really excited about the content I have to share with you today. Now, if you are new to me, and this is the very first time that you are appearing here and joining us, welcome guys to the PE live show. Just PE is short for Profitable Entrepreneur. It's just easier to say, that's all. So welcome to another episode of the PE live show. We go live every Wednesday at 11 a.m., guys. So we hope you'll continue to join us if you are just tuning in for the first time. To all of my other friends that I see quite often, hello, everyone. Go ahead and say hello in the comments. Give me a hashtag replay if you're a replay viewer. And be sure to let us know where you're tuning in from. We want to know where you're at. I am here in Maine. We'd love to know where you guys are tuning in across the globe and joining us here today on this beautiful Wednesday. Okay. We are live streaming, guys, everywhere. We're over here on Facebook. We are over here on Instagram. We are on YouTube. We are all over the place. So welcome, guys, again. Happy Wednesday to another PE live show. I am going to talk about a couple of things today, but before we get into the content, I do want to let you guys know we have a free workshop that is coming up and kicking off on Monday, July 27th. We are going to be covering and focusing on scaling your sales. We're actually going to share my Simplify to Scale method with you, which is going to be 5 core elements to really taking and multiplying and scaling your sales very simply. Okay, and we're going to be sharing that live with you guys over 5 days. So we are going to be teaching you in that free workshop. This is totally a free workshop, guys. In that workshop, over the 5 live days, we're going to teach you how to eliminate barriers between you and your big, bold goals. Okay, so whatever is in the way of you hitting and accomplishing and really just skyrocketing those big, bold goals that you have, we're going to get rid of those barriers. We're going to show you how to identify them and get rid of them. Okay, we're going to show you how to design an offer suite that is super lifestyle friendly and creates full circle experience. Guys, you don't need to know what that means. Just trust me when I tell you, you want to have that. Okay, you want your clients to have a full circle experience. We're going to share how to design your offer suite to do that. And this is all free, guys. The next thing we're going to teach you over that 5 days are going to be the 4 pillars to really pivot to 10x your profits in a very predictable way. Okay, meaning you can predict and project your revenue for the upcoming months or even the year. Okay, like we want to show you how to do that. There's 4 pillars. We're going to give you those. We share those, help you understand them and activate them in your company. We're also going to focus on helping you create converting content, guys, that does the heavy lifting and the selling for you. If you guys are creating content, we want you to simplify and activate and multiply. And we want you to do it in a really easy, simple way. And we have a really cool system and structure that I teach to my clients. So really excited about that. And then we're going to teach you guys how to set up your sales system to multiply and maximize your revenue. Okay, so we definitely want to make sure that you are, really making sure that the things that you're doing, the system for your sales that you have in place are really maximizing and multiplying the results while minimizing the effort. So there's 2 ways you guys can register for that absolutely free workshop. Kicking off Monday, we kick off Monday with session 1. There is a link right here in this video. Right? It says join our free sales workshop. If you go to keaney.com/workshop, you can register that way. If you want to, you can also just comment workshop below. You can type right in the comments workshop, and my team will reach out to you and get you registered. Easy peasy. You won't have to do a thing. Okay, so those are the 2 ways. Guys, get registered for that workshop. It's totally free. It's super interactive. It's 5 days live. You get coaching with me and my team. You'll be with me and my team. We're going to help you design your offers, your content creation schedule. We're going to really help you with the mindset pieces, the pillars, the sales systems, all the beautiful things over 5 days, okay? Make sure you're really set up to have a profitable rest of your year, and then make sure it's predictable in the year going forward, okay? So that is happening. Today, we are talking about how you can tip the scale and have your audience pay you instead of paying your competitors, or maybe going out and buying a $3,000 computer instead. Okay. Now, I think we've all experienced this. I know for me, I've had really, really good conversations. I've had some really good sales conversations. As you can imagine, I've been doing this 20 years and my main focus has been sales. That's what I do. That's what I'm a genius at. And so I've had a lot of sales conversations. In some of those sales conversations, in many of those sales conversations, I have had really good conversations. Connection, it was awesome. But then you hear things like, this sounds awesome. It sounds like what I need. I mean, your program sounds amazing and I would love to, but I just don't have the money right now. I can't afford this right now, right? That's one of the objections that a lot of you guys are getting is money. Right? And so I'm going to share with you today why this happens. There's a reason why you get that objection. I'm also going to show you how to get rid of that objection. But what I want you guys to understand is I too went through that for many years throughout the beginning, earlier stages of my business, right? I'm 20 years in, but believe me, I had that for many years. And what I want you guys to understand is that you might have a call like that, and then you might go see that same person who just told you that they did not have the money to invest, go and say, rant and rave online about how they just invested in this other course or this program, and they're so excited. And you're looking like, what? You just told me you didn't have any money, and you just bought her program, and her program is actually more than my program. What the heck, right? Or you see that same person that just told you, I don't have any money right now. I just can't do this right now. You see that same person go be like, oh, I just bought this new computer. I'm so excited. My new laptop came in today. Or, oh my God, I went and had this awesome shopping spree with my girlfriends. Or you see them taking, selfies at this fancy, local restaurant, and they're ordering, filet mignon and wine and all this stuff. And you're thinking I thought you said you had no money. Right? In your mind, you're like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I thought you said you didn't have the money right now, yet you're doing all these fabulous things that obviously cost money. And so I'm going to talk to you guys. I wanted to share that because I too have experienced that. I know I'm not alone in that, right? And I think a lot of you guys experience similar things to that, right? Hey guys over on Instagram. So let's talk about, I want to share two things. First, I want to share why this happens. Okay, I'm going to explain to you why the top reasons that you're getting that objection to begin with. Okay, I'm going to share that with you first, and then I'm going to go into what you need to do to get rid of that objection, to practically eliminate that objection. Okay. And sales is my jam, guys. I've been doing these for 20 years. I've done $20,000, $30,000 high ticket closing 100%. For people like David Nagel, Kim Luna, Amanda Goldman-Petrie. I've done it in my own company. I've done it for millionaires in our industry that you guys look up to. So trust me when I tell you, sales is my jam. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about why do you even get a money objection to begin with? It doesn't really matter why they tell you they don't have the money. It doesn't really matter. The point is they're telling you, I'd love to buy your program. I'd love to work with you. It sounds great, but I don't have the money. Or right now, I can't afford this right now, okay? Here is why. Here are a few reasons why this is happening, okay? So number one, they are not the right people. Now, this could be for a multitude of reasons. You might have built a Facebook group of all the wrong people. You might have built an email list of all the wrong people. You might have maybe switched gears and pivoted in what you do, right? Maybe you're not doing the same thing now that you did when you built that group or that email list, okay? But for whatever reason, you've built a group or community of people that are no longer the right people. So if that is one of the things you can relate to, right? If you're sitting here saying, okay, yes, definitely not the right people. I feel like I don't have the right people in my space, okay? Then obviously, when you get on the phone with them, they're probably not going to buy your program, but they're not going to come out and be like, oh, I'm not interested in working with you. I don't want to work. They're not going to come out and do that. They're going to say something that's going to get them off the hook easily without you kind of trying to change their minds, right? They're going to feel backed into a corner. I like you. You're really nice. Your program sounds great, but I don't want to buy it, right? But they're not going to say that. So instead, they're going to be really nice. Oh my God, this sounds so awesome. Your program sounds so good. But, right? But I just don't have the money right now. Let me figure it out. Let me work on it. Let me see what I can do. Maybe next time, things like that. Okay? So they might not be the right people. I want you to type in the comments, wrong people. If you think you've built a Facebook group or an email list of the wrong leads, if you feel like you've built a list of people or a group of people that are not the right people for you anymore, I want you to go ahead in the comments and type wrong people. Okay? So I'm going to share with you, like I said, I'm going to tell you in a minute, how do you eliminate this? But for now, I need you to understand why this objection happens to begin with. You've got to understand it before we can fix it and solve the problem, right? So I want you to type wrong people in the comments. If you think that maybe you have built an audience or you're attracting an audience of the wrong people, okay? When you attract an audience of the wrong people, this does not mean they don't like you. This does not mean they don't love your content, that they don't love to engage in your free stuff. This doesn't mean that just because they're the wrong people that they're not your fans. You can build a group or community of fans. That does not mean they're going to buy from you ever. That does not mean because they like you and they love you and they engage in your stuff that they're going to buy from you. So I think that a lot of people have this misconception of, oh, but they sign up for all my free stuff. They're on every live video. They read my posts. They comment on my posts. They've been on calls with me. They love me. But how come they don't buy from me? Just because you have fans does not mean they're going to buy from you. Fans and buyers are two different people. Okay? So type wrong people in the comments if you feel like you've built an audience of maybe the wrong people, right? Now, if you've built an audience of the wrong people, okay, this is what we call, over in my program, The Profitable Entrepreneur, this is what we call a traffic and messaging problem. This is a traffic and messaging problem, okay? And we're going to get, hey, Instagram friends, tune in, guys. It's getting good. So this is what we call in my PE program, that when you built an audience of the wrong people, this is a traffic and messaging problem. Okay? So write that down. Wrong people, wrong audience equals traffic and messaging problem. Write that down, or someone type it in the comments. Wrong audience equals traffic and messaging problem. So now you know what problem you have, if you feel like that first thing resonates with you. Now, we will go over how to solve that in a minute. But the second reason that you might have people tell you they love you and not buy your program because they don't have the money, and then turn around and buy a computer, a new laptop, go out for dinner, go on a shopping spree with their girlfriends, and they're selfieing it up on Facebook or on Instagram, and they're showing you they're doing this, or they might even, worse, buy from your competitor, okay? And you're like, I don't get it. The second reason that would happen, the second reason, guys, is that you've built no relationship with your audience, and all you've done is do what we call in the Profitable Entrepreneur program, quick pitch, right? People join your group and you go for the pitch, you go for the kill. You're like, buy my program, here's my program, check out my program, my program, my program, my program. Like, this is all your people are hearing, is about you and your program, right? How many people are guilty for doing the quick pitch? Type guilty in the comments if you know that you've gone too quick for the pitch before building a relationship and a connection with your audience. I want you to type that in the comments, okay? Because here's the thing. When you build an audience of people buy from people. Okay. I'm not going to buy from somebody who invites me to join their Facebook group. I join their Facebook group and then I get slammed with a quick pitch. I'm not buying from you. I don't care what you're selling, and I don't care how good it is. I don't even care how much I need it. If you quick pitch me, I'm gone. I'm not buying from you. It's disgusting and it feels really desperate and it's not professional, right? I'm not buying. And I don't care what it is. I'm not buying from you if you quick pitch me. If I add you as a friend or you add me as a friend and I accept whatever and we connect, right? And we become friends on social. And then you slam me in the DMs with a pitch. I'm unfriending you, right? I'm not buying from you if you do that. And it doesn't matter how awesome your program is. I'm gone, okay? If you quick pitch, you are losing the sale, okay? It is not a strategy that works in today's market. And here's the thing. I see this often. Many of you guys complain when people do that to you, right? You're like, I don't like that. They have never even taken time to speak to me, and how dare them pitch me, right? Or maybe they're not even pitching your pay program. Maybe they're saying, hey, so happy to be connected with you. Join my Facebook group. And you're like, oh, how dare you? I just connected with you 5 seconds ago. You don't even know me, and you're already pitching me. Many of you complain about how much you don't like that. And then I see you doing it. Okay? So here's the thing. If you're doing a strategy you don't like, you're going to get the same result that you're giving to people because you don't like it. So don't do it. Okay? Here's the thing. The reason that you get on the phone with people and then they give you a money objection is the second reason, right? Is because you have not taken a single minute to build any sort of relationship with them and you've gone for the quick pitch. Okay. And this is a no-no in today's market. You don't do no quick pitching. We don't do no bait and switch. You don't do the sleazy sales tactics that are aggressive and absolutely desperate and disgusting. Okay. That's not how we sell in today's market. People don't like it. So what you want to do is you want to be incorporating and building in some more human connection and two-way conversation and build relationships if you're going to start asking people to give you their hard-earned money. If I'm going to give you my hard-earned money, we better have a connection. I better know a little bit about you. You better know about me. We better have some conversation or I'm not giving you my money, right? So this is a trend right now going on in the marketplace because the marketplace is so loaded with people right now that a lot of people are coming in and they're not experienced with this yet, right? They don't know how this works. And so people are blasting everybody with what we call in my program, a quick pitch, right? And I'm going to tell you right now, that's why you're getting objections. And this is why people are not buying from you. And when you do this, it creates an experience that's undesirable, which means you instantly just gave them the impression that you're desperate and you're going to quick pitch them and that's what you're here for and you're not here to get to know them and they're done. Now they're going to sit idle in your Facebook group and they're not going to engage, they're not going to show up, they're not going to do nothing. Or they're going to sit on your email list and they're not going to open and they're not going to click, or they'll open and they'll never click, or they'll click and never buy. And you're going to say, what the heck is going on here? Why are people getting in my things, but they're not taking any action? Why? Because they liked your content. That's why they ended up in your space to begin with. Something that you said or shared, they liked, but then you quick pitched them and now they're out the door. They're not interested anymore. Okay. So you have to focus on building relationships with your humans. You cannot ask people to invest thousands of dollars with you and not take 5 or 10 minutes to get to know them a little bit. It's disgusting and it's not going to work in today's marketplace. Okay. So if you're doing this, if you're doing what we call the quick pitch and you're just going for the kill and you're not taking any time to truly and genuinely, authentically get to know people, then this is what we call a qualification and sales problem. It's two-part problem. Part of the problem is you don't have a system for qualifying people. You don't have a system for, here's what happens when you enter my space. You're just like funneling people in and blasting promotion and pitches out like crazy, like wildfire, and you don't have a system in place. That's a qualification problem. The other thing is it's a sales problem because you're absolutely being urgent and desperate for sales and you're making sales about you and you're going about sales entirely wrong. So the second one is a two-part problem, okay? So if you have that one, I want you to type quick pitch in the comments. If you're like, uh-oh, I'm guilty of that, I've done that, right? Type guilty or quick pitch in the comments if you're like, oops, I've done that, right? Like I kind of get people in my space and then I like try to get into a sales convo real quick, or I try to get my offer in front of them, or I send them some pitchy emails, or maybe I drop some promotional posts in the Facebook group, or I slam them in the DM with a quick pitch. If you're guilty of doing that, if you've done that, or if you are someone who goes for the quick pitch, that quick kill, I want you to go ahead and type that in the comments. We're going to show you in a minute how to stop doing that. But you first need to acknowledge that you're doing it, okay? We can't change problems if we don't first acknowledge that we're doing them. Okay, the third reason that your leads buy from your competitors and not you is the way that you position yourself and the way you position your offer. I see this, oh my God, all the time. I am stalking Facebook groups all the time. I'm looking at people's news feeds, their Facebook page, their Instagram page, and it blows my mind some of the things that some of you say, some of the content that you put out, and the lack of knowledge around how to present, strongly and confidently present your offer and communicate it and talk about it in a way that allows people to identify that your program is the exact solution to the exact problem they have right now, and it's an absolute must-have, no-brainer. It amazes me at how many business owners don't know how to talk and present their offer. It just amazes me. And I see this time and time again. I see this time and time again where business owners, entrepreneurs who have launched a business are asking people to pay them, don't actually even know how to present professionally, confidently their offer in a way that their audience can relate to it and identify that that is the solution to the problem they're having and want solved right now. I would even dare say that 90% of you do not know how to do that effectively and efficiently, right? And it's not that this is bad or wrong. It just needs to be solved. It needs to be solved. It's a problem. And this is a sales and clarity problem. This is a sales and a clarity problem. When you go to present your offer to someone, when you extend an invitation for someone to come work with you and you fumble and you sputter and you spin and you spat and you all over and you're wishy-washy and you jump to give discounts and you jump to throw in bonuses and you're like, wait a minute, give, and you don't shut up and you don't know how to sit back and allow the other person to breathe in and digest what you just said. And you're just like, oh my God, I sell you this and I drop the price and and you go crazy and you start to give. And you're just like, oh my God, buy. And you get so attached, right? Some of you even get angry when people don't buy from you. That is really, really bad energy. That is massive attachment. And when you're positioning yourself, you don't come off as a confident leader. Think about it this way. Who wants to invest their hard-earned money, thousands of dollars, into someone who is so insecure, who is obviously desperate for money and sales, who's obviously just chasing the money and has no genuine expectation to connect, that doesn't have any actual need or desire to truly get to know you? They're just literally, you can tell they're just trying to sell you. They're trying to put money in their pocket. Like, why would people see you as a professional, as a leader, as an influencer that they are going to give their hard-earned money to, if you're showing up desperate and urgent and lack and stressed out and like, oh my God, buy my stuff. Oh my God, buy my program, right? The way that you position yourself is going to tell your audience where you're at mentally, okay? And emotionally. If you're not on your game, if you're not confident, if you're not, confident in the fact that you know what you do, you know how you help your clients, you know your offer is the best, you know it like you know it like you know it. If you don't show up like that, people instantly are repelled by you. Whether you want to put on the fake face or not, everybody can tell. And then you show up and you get all like attached and crazy and wishy-washy and you're jumping around and you're right? And you just look like a hot mess. And then you're like, I don't get it. How come nobody bought from me? I don't understand. We had a great conversation. Why aren't they buying? Number one, You appear very desperate and very urgent and very insecure and super not on your game. That right there is going to make someone pause and push back and say, I ain't giving my money to this person. There's no way I'm investing my hard-earned money in this person, because you don't appear as professional or confident or as a leader who knows like they know the value in their work. Okay? And then there's how you position your offer. So that's positioning yourself, right? You need to know how to position yourself. But the other part is positioning your offer. It's how you talk about it. It's how you present it. It's your energy around it, right? It's about making and focusing your offer on the other person, not on you. By my program this, by my program, in my program, we'll do this and this and that. It's about saying, listen, here's how we can specifically help you reach your goals. Here's what we will do specifically to help you and what we'll do together. How does that sound? Do you want that experience? There's an entirely different energy with the way you talk about your offer. The other part is your price. The other part of positioning your offer is the price point. Now, I just did a podcast. I just did a live on this. If you're in the workshop, we just did an entire hour bonus session. Actually, I think it might have been over an hour, but we did a bonus session on pricing and positioning. Guys, if you are not in that workshop, type workshop below. My team will get you registered. It's totally free. We literally just did a live video in that group last week, Monday. We just did it a few days ago. All about pricing and positioning. And guys, if you are not in there, that video, that bonus session alone is worth everything. Everyone who left that live training went off to raise their prices and felt really good about it, like confident and good about it. Because there's a power in your pricing. And if you guys are undercharging, then you're not only attracting people that are not the right people for you, but also you don't look strong. You don't look confident. You don't look like you have a valuable program that's going to truly transform and change their life or their business, their results, because it's so low. And I'm sorry, but baby price points reflect a specific value. If you look at something for $27, are you going to look at that and say, oh, I'm totally investing in that. My transformation is going to be massive. I'm going to give it everything I got. And my transformation is going to be outstanding, out of this world, amazing, because holy cow, it's $27. Not even close. Zero value. And that don't mean it's not valuable. It means your perceived value is like nothing. You're going to put $27 worth of effort because that's what you paid. You're not going to pay $27 and put $5,000 worth of time and effort into it because you're only expecting to get $27 worth of value. Okay, your price attracts your people, and your price point really helps position your offer and what is possible in it for your clients. Do you understand where we're going with that? So those are the top three reasons that people don't buy. And now I want to tell you how to fix those, how to solve and practically eliminate the money objection. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. First, I want to say before I even get into this, it is never about the money. Yes, they're giving you a money objection. It is never about the money. It's not about the money, okay? Even if they tell you, I don't have the money, and that's why I'm not investing, it's not about the money. Money's energy, and there's no end to the means of getting access to money. There's infinite ways that you can find, get, borrow, earn money. You get a job. You could sell some stuff. You could get freelance gigs online. You can mow your neighbor's lawn. Did I already say sell stuff? You could take out credit cards. You could borrow money. You can go earn it. There's infinite ways to go get, find, borrow, earn money, right? You're probably sitting here right now and I bet somebody owes you money and you haven't collected it. I bet there's a client who owes you back money and you haven't collected it. I bet there's things laying around your house that you totally have zero use for and you bought them on an impulsive moment and you don't use them and they're valuable and you could go sell them. I guarantee there's one person around you that you know could use your help. I guarantee there's infinite ways online to get gigs and get clients. I started as a $6 an hour freelancer. That's how I started my business. So definitely there's no shortage of finding, getting, borrowing, or earning money. So money's not the reason. It's that they don't want what you have bad enough to find or get the money to make the investment. It is not actually about the money. It's about your offer, okay? Now, number one to solve this, now that we've got that clear, okay? Someone type, it's never about the money, okay? Okay, number one, if you want to solve the money objection that you're getting, number one, you need a simple content strategy, okay, that activates and sells for you while qualifying people. So some of you guys are putting 500 pieces of content out a day. I don't know where you find the time in your life to be doing that. I don't know why you think you have to do that. I don't know who taught you that. I don't know what makes you think that that's what gets people to buy. But there's this idea in the market that the more content I put out, the more sales I'll get, because eventually someone's going to see it and eventually somebody will buy from one of my pieces of content. This is so far from the truth, you guys. We create 2 to 3 pieces of content per week. 2 to 3 pieces of content per week. Okay? And we're going to hit 1 million next year. So again, it is not about how much content you're putting out. It is about the content you are putting out and how consistently you're putting it out. Now, when I say I put 2 to 3 pieces of content out per week, these are strategic, intentional, very, very planned out pieces of content. Okay? These are not just random random pieces each day or whatever. These are very thought out in advance, very strategic pieces of content, very intentional pieces of content. Okay. And so you probably spend 10 or 15, 20 hours planning and mapping out content. I know there's people in the industry that will teach you how to map out a whole month's worth, a whole year's worth of content. Why would you do that? How the heck do you even know what's going to be happening in 2 months? Why would you do that? Right? Some of you guys right before COVID mapped out a whole year's worth of content. And I bet that whole year has changed now, hasn't it? Because life changes, things change. Why would you plan a whole year out when you don't even know what's going to happen? That's just ridiculous. Not to mention, you don't need a year's worth of content, okay? So number one, you need to have a simple content strategy. That content needs to activate people. It needs to already educate and prime your audience to be thinking, I might want to work with this person. Oh, I like what they're teaching. Ooh, this is good. Oh my God, this is speaking to me. Yes, this is what I need. I've been looking for this. Ooh, this sounds good. I'm interested. You want your content pieces to do that, okay? Not be something they can go Google for free. Half of the stuff you guys put out are other people's quotes. Who cares? Put your own quotes out. Make your own branded quotes if you want to put out quotes. Why are you putting other people's quotes out? Why are you doing that? You're giving all the attention to everybody else. Why are you not creating your own quotes then? I don't put out quotes anymore, but if I do once in a while, I do, because I feel like I have some good stuff to say. But if I put a quote out, it's my quote. It's branded with my company name, not somebody else's, okay? Some of you guys are putting out other people's quotes, random things that you're doing throughout the day, drama, political posts, like just content. It isn't doing it for you, okay? Your strategic, simple pieces of content each week should activate, educate, and sell. It should already have your audience saying, can we talk? I'd like to talk about working with you. Can we get in the DMs? Or even better, your content should have people direct messaging you and saying, hey, I'm loving this. I'm loving what you're doing here. I love your methodology. I love your systems. I love everything you're saying. Can you tell me how to work with you? What does it look like? Can you help me? Your content should be creating that mentality in your audience. Not, oh my God, do you like red popsicles or purple popsicles? Do you guys like daytime or nighttime better? Let me share a quote from my competitor. That type of stuff, guys, is not going to do it. That type of content is not strategic. That is just you throwing out content for the sake of throwing out content, and you're hoping somebody might think you say something smart enough where they might want to buy from you. That is wishful thinking, guys. That is not a strategy. That is not a marketing strategy. That is a desperate act of, I'm going to put content out because I know I have to put content out. And instead of sitting down and getting strategic, I'm just going to blast some random stuff and I'm going to pray to the high heavens someone eventually buys from me. why would you gamble with your livelihood? And why would you put any time in putting out any content that isn't strategic, that's going to activate and get your audience wanting to buy from you? There's no point in putting out content if it doesn't do that, those two things. There's no point. Okay. Now, with your content, your strategy also needs to start to pre-qualify people, meaning that you should be saying things in your content that weed people in or weed people out, meaning that people can say, oh my God, I love this. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I want that. That speaks to me. Or, yeah, no, I'm not interested. I like this better. I'm not interested in that strategy. I don't like it. Not interested in learning it. I'm good. You want your content to pre-qualify people, right? Everything that I talk about on my live shows, on my weekly podcasts, any content I put out, it's gonna have people weed themselves in or out. You either listen to what I say here on this live video and you rule yourself in, like loving it. This is so good. I'm totally in. I'm loving this. Or you're like, not interested, don't like it, don't want it, don't want to learn it, right? I'm not interested. Let me go find someone else to follow, right? Like, your content should be doing that for you. Okay. So that's number one. You need a simple, please. Notice my emphasis, that I'm emphasizing on simple, so simple content strategy. It's going to educate, activate, and do the selling for you. It's going to get people primed and ready. Okay. That way you don't need to work so hard to sell people. Okay. And then it also should pre-qualify. It should start to weed people in and out. They either like your methodology or they don't. They like what you're talking about or they don't. One way or the other. There's no in between. Kind of like or kind of don't, whatever. Either they do or they don't, and they take themselves out of the game or they put themselves in the game. Okay? Number two, if you want to eliminate the money objection, okay, you need a Facebook group community. Okay? But not just any Facebook group community. You need a Facebook group community of people who are there because they want one problem solved. Now, I know this is hard for you guys. It's so hard for you guys because you are multi-passionate. I love everything. I have shiny object syndrome, but I can help everybody with everything. Oh my God, there's a million things I could do. That's why you're broke. Love you guys, but that is why you're broke, okay? You have to understand the power of one. The power of one. One niche, one problem you're solving, one message, one offer, one strategy. That is it, especially until you are creating consistent, predictable, recurring 10 to 30, 40, 50K months. Why are you trying to sell 20 things? You can't even sell one. Why are you creating 50 different offers when you can't even get one down? Nobody's buying the one. Why are you trying 50 strategies when you can't get one strategy working like a well-oiled machine for you? Why are you changing your niche every day? Why are you switching your price points every week? Why are you constantly creating new things? One of the biggest problems I see in the industry, and this is something I struggled with for 5 years, you guys, so I get it, but you got to get over it. I struggled for 5 years with this, is that you're constantly changing. You don't do even one single thing long enough to actually get the result from it, or to even get enough data from it to identify what worked and what didn't. You don't do anything long enough. You give up too quick. You change the game too fast. You switch it up too quick. You jump to conclusions, right? You go ahead and you send out an email about a program, and then you send out a post, and then later in the week you send out, maybe you do a video. Nobody bought, you're done. Doesn't work. Nobody wants this offer. And here's the other piece to this. You guys take one thing and you make it everything. One person doesn't buy from you and you have no buyers. No buyers at all in your community. Why? Because one person didn't buy? That doesn't mean nobody will buy. This is assumptions, guys. This is going to kill. This is self-sabotaging your sales and your success by doing this. Because you're self-sabotaging. You're making assumptions that are none of your business and that you actually have no proof of. And what you guys are doing is you're changing it up too much. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you a little inside secret. I have made more money in the past 12 months, I'll say. 2 years really, but let's just say 12 months. In the past 12 months, I've made more money Far easier with way less effort. I'm talking no sales page, no Facebook ads, no funnels, no webinars, no complicated technology, none of that. None of that. And in the past 12 months, I have made beyond triple my income, way more money, way more. I'm talking sales in the bank, money. Far easier, working probably 15 hours less per week than when I was doing 50,000 a year, 100,000 a year. It was ridiculous. People, you guys have this assumption that, oh, I have to work so hard. I have to put in all this stuff. I have to do all this stuff. And then what you do is you're like, I'll have 50 offers. If I have 50 offers, oh, I'm bound to hit 100,000 or 500,000 or 250,000 or whatever your money goal is, whatever your money goal is, right? You put it up here. I could just create a bunch of offers. I can create a bunch of webinars. I'll just create a bunch of content. I'll just work 80 hours a week. I could just do this and I'll just do this and I'll just do this. And if I just do all these things, something will work. And boom, I will hit my money goals. But what if I could just entertain you for a minute and tell you that I have clients who've come to me 3 years into their business. 3 years, you guys. They come to me 3 years into their business, not even making $50,000 a year, not even hitting $50,000 per year. 3 years into their business. And in less than 90 days working with me, they've had $55,000 months, $35,000 months, $60,000 months on rinse repeat. I'm talking recurring revenue. I'm not talking about just 1 month. I'm talking recurrent revenue for months, guys, 12 months. Like, my clients have blown up their results, and they've literally just followed the same niche, the same message, the same strategy, the same offer every single time. And in fact, one of the rules in my program is that you're going to do the same thing for an entire 12 months. It's a challenge, especially for those of you that want to go all over the place. But here's the thing. You get your systems down. You get them dialed in. You learn simplicity. You get a life. You get your life back. You have recurrent, predictable revenue, guys. You scale. You get to hire your team. You start to take vacation. You have a freaking life. And you actually have predictability and scalability and sustainability in your business, all by doing the power of one over and over and over and over and over, kind of like day and night. Day and night. It happens every single day, guys. The sun rises and it sets every single day, and you're not going to change it ever. It's what it does, right? If you look around, guys, success leaves clues. If you go look at anyone who is so wildly successful and well-known and such a leader in this industry, do you know why? The power of repetition, the power of one, the power of mastery, the power of saying, before I try to sell 50 offers, let me try to sell one. Before I branch out and can help the whole world with all the problems, let me help one person with one problem. Before I try to scale my sales, let me make some sales first. Let me learn how to set up my systems. Let me practice sales conversations. Let me get comfortable. Let me master this process. The problem is you guys come here, start your business today, and you want to launch it to $1 million overnight. Give me the funnel, give me the Facebook ad, give me the webinar, give me the course that's passive. I want passive. You do realize there's no such thing as passive, right? You do understand that there's many years of hard work that comes prior to that ever happening. I hope you guys understand that. A lot of who you're learning from, a lot of the people that you're learning from and that you're consuming information from are probably, I would say, 7-figure earners, multi-million dollar earners, right? How long you think they've been in business? How long you think they've been doing what they're doing? What do you think they had to go through and practice and test and try to get there? They didn't just like, boom, launch my business. Yes, I'm a millionaire. Let me show you how to do it. You guys really understand it's not that easy, right? You do understand it does not work that way. I hope you do. And the sad part is many leaders in this industry, they don't tell you that. You know why? Because they just tell you what they know you think is so sexy because you'll buy it. Buy the sexy course on this and you don't even have your niche down. How are Facebook ads going to sell anything for you when you don't even have your messaging down, right? This is the problem, guys, right? Like this is exactly what I struggled with for 5 years when I started my business, is I started following people that weren't genuine. They were just putting money in their pocket. They were just selling me the sexy course they knew I would buy because I was so new and I was so desperate and vulnerable, and like I didn't know what I was doing, and they knew that. And they said, this sounds sexy, doesn't it? Passive this and passive that and funnel, and like just set this up and it runs all by itself. It's one and done. Yeah, right? After 5-10 grand pumped into Facebook ads that didn't work because I didn't even have my messaging down. I didn't even have my offer down. I didn't know what the heck. Nothing was dialed in. Okay. Anything that you try to do for free that doesn't work is not going to work in a funnel or paid traffic. Just write that shit down. You guys will save yourself a lot of time, money, and hassle and stress. Okay. If you can't do it for free, it's not going to work in a funnel either. Okay. Or in paid traffic. You've got to get your foundations down, your clarity down, your systems. And then once you actually show, revenue from it, results from it, then you can move on. Okay. So I said all that because you need to start to be more, focus on one thing, focus on one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one. Write that down, the power of one and the power of mastery of that one thing. This is what's going to give you your freedom, your time and money freedom, 100%. Okay. And now the third thing that you guys need, if you want to get rid of that money objection, you need a must-have, irresistible offer. And that offer, here we go, right back to the power of one, needs to solve the one problem that your clients, your audience has that they actually want solved. Here's another thing you guys do is you think about in your mind what you think your people need to solve and what you think that they want, and you create an offer around that. And when you put that out in front of your people, they've never told you that's what they want. Here's what I will tell you. We all have 101 problems, okay? There's probably only one that we want to solve immediately. That's priority. So if you don't identify with your audience what that problem is that needs to be solved right now, then you're just winging it. You're hoping for the best. Let me throw out a bunch of things and we'll see which one sticks. That's not how you build business, guys. That's not how you have a sustainable, successful, profitable business. That's a hobby. That's like, let me just play, right? The number one way you're going to learn what that urgent thing is right now is get into conversation. Have relationships with your audience. Get into conversation, right? This was the first thing we talked about. That's what you need to be doing so that you can identify. They will tell you. Here's the beauty. Your audience will tell you straight up, this is what I would buy from you. If you put this in front of me today, I will buy it. They will tell you if you go get in conversation with them and build rapport and trust, they'll tell you what it is. They will tell you what they're missing, what they're needing, what they're wanting, right? What they will invest in. But you're not asking, you're guessing. And so you're spending probably 50 hours, 60 hours a month guessing, winging it, hoping for the best, flying by the seat of your pants, right? Guys, that's not a strategy. Who taught you that? That's not even a strategy. You need an offer that is a must-have. You need an offer that is so irresistible, such a no-brainer, that when you put it out there, you can't even keep up with the people flocking to it saying, yes, I'm in, I'm buying, right? Because you're putting it in front of people that you already know want this, that you already know they want it, they need it, and they will invest in it, right? So you need to create an offer that's going to solve that one problem. Here's what some of you guys are doing. Oh, I have this offer. There's 20 bonuses, 500 modules, 6,000 checklists. There's this many videos, this many audios, and I'm going to throw in a few more bonuses. How's that sound? How's it sound? I'll throw this course in too, and I'll even lower the price. How's that sound? I'm going to give you all this stuff. And listen, you can have a session with me, and we'll do all kinds of stuff, whatever you want on that session. Who's buying that? I ain't buying that. I don't know what any of that's going to do for me. And it sounds like a really big time suck. People are busy. Our time is our most valuable asset. So there's a power, guys, in less. If you're trying to sell something that takes you 5 hours to describe, your audience is thinking, holy cow, how long is this going to take to go through this program? How many hours of this? Like, do I need all that? do I need 500 modules? Like, do I need 6,000 checklists? Like, oh my God, do I need all that? Like, how much time is this going to take? When you go look at someone's sales page, why do you think one of the biggest questions, if you go look at their Q&A section on their sales page, why do you think there's a question on there that says, how much time am I going to have to invest in this program? Why do you think that's a question? Well, I'll tell you, because 9 out of 10 entrepreneurs stuff their programs with so much that when people get in there, they don't even stand a chance at being successful because they can't get through the content. They can't even get through it to get the transformation because it's like a lifetime's worth of stuff. And is it all actually applicable? Do you really need all of that stuff to have a transformation or get a result? Is that really necessary? Probably not. 9 out of 10 times, probably not. And so what happens is you get in there and you get lost in consuming more information, which you already have consumed so much information, right? Now you're consuming even more information and now you're overwhelmed and now you're confused and now you're like, and you're in a tailspin and there's no coaching and there's no support and there's no help. And people are like, I'm out. This is just too much. But when you focus on less, hey guys, come into this program. I'm going to help you build your Facebook group. Come into this program. We're going to help you reach 6 figures with your Facebook group organically. Come over here. I'm going to help you go live confidently on video. Come over here. I'm going to show you how to leverage YouTube. Come over here. I'm going to show you how to master the power of the DMs. See how specific that is? If you niched down a little bit and you weren't so afraid of focusing on one thing to build mastery and to build reputation and to build an online presence and to actually maybe make money and get other people results before you try to go so big. If you focused on that, you would see faster, easier results happen in your business. And then gradually and slowly over time, you branch out. You add more if that's what you choose to do. But so many of you are trying to go from 0 to 1 million so quickly, and you don't have the things in place, and people can see that. They can see it. Even if you put your good face on, they can see it. They can tell. And so they're not going to buy from you. They're not going to buy. They're going to go buy from that person that they know, like they know, has their shit together, is totally confident, is absolute a leader. They've been following them for a while, and they built a relationship with them. They built trust, know, and like, and all the beautiful things. They feel like it's genuine, it's authentic, it's customized for them, right? They're not just trying to quick pitch them. All the things we talked about here today. Okay, so I want you guys to go back and listen to this, and I want you to look at your gaps. I want you to look at where are you missing these systems? Where are you missing these processes? Where are you missing the mark, right? Where are you putting out content that is probably way too available, way too sporadic, not strategic or intentional, attracting all the wrong folks, and then you're quick pitching. You don't have a qualification system in place. You don't have a sales system in place, right? You don't have a good content strategy system in place, right? You don't have your offer suite locked in and dialed in like you could sell this in your sleep, right? Like you don't have these things in place. You don't have the clarity. You don't have the confidence. You don't have sales mastery. You don't even know how to sell. Some of you don't even know how to sell. You're not even confident with selling. But guess what? As a business owner, as a CEO, your number one skill set must be sales. You are the person that has to sell. You're not going to your job where you're punching in and they already have all the things and you just go do your job and leave. You're a business owner now. Sales falls on your shoulders. Your number one skill set needs to be sales mastery. Period. If you don't know how to sell, it don't matter what strategy you have, what funnel, what webinar, it don't matter. Go invest in all the courses, sexy courses you want. But if you don't know how to sell, you're not going to make no money doing that, right? You have to have sales mastery, and sales is not a strategy that you can just go pick up and follow. Sales is a skill set. You have to know how to do it. You have to understand it. You have to be confident in it. You have to know how to communicate. You have to know the psychology and how other people are thinking when you're selling and having a sales conversation. You need sales mastery. It is not a strategy. It is a skill set. And as a business owner, you have to know how to do that, right? And then guess what? When you do, all these other things like content and qualifying and moving people into conversations and selling your program and marketing become easy. They become very easy. The reason they feel hard right now is because you don't know how to sell properly. And so you're desperate, you're urgent, you're freaking out, you're nervous, you're scared, you're going crazy with everything. You're trying to find an alternative to learning how to sell. And you think, oh, if I just put out a lot of content, that will sell. If I just create like the funnel and I don't have to show my face and I can hide, and I just create the funnel and run ads to it, like that will sell. No, guys, you have to sell. And if you don't know how to sell, none of that stuff is going to work. Sales is not just you talking verbally. It's conversations, but it's your messaging, it's your language, it's your content, it's your emails, it's your lives, it's your social posts, it's your live videos. It's the conversations you're having with people. It's the way you structure and create and price your offer. It's all of those things. That all comes back to sales. So if you don't know how to sell, guys, that's a problem. Now, like I said at the beginning of this, we are doing a sales workshop. It's a free 5-day live workshop. It will blow your mind, blow your revenue, ramp up your revenue. There's nobody that teaches anything like this. I can promise you that. They do not teach what I teach, and they don't teach it the way I do. And it's totally free. We kick off Monday with session 1. There's a link right here in this video. Well, actually, if you're on Instagram, my friends, you got to go to annekeaney.com/workshop, or just type workshop in the comments and we'll have my team reach out to you and get you connected. Or there's a link here if you're on Facebook watching us. There's a link here that says annekeaney.com/workshop. If you're on YouTube, just go to that link or just comment below, guys, and say workshop. Type workshop in the comments. My team will reach out to you. We'll get you registered. It's totally free. And here's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn everything we just talked about right here today. You're going to learn my 5 pillars for how my clients and myself are having great success like this. Everything and more of what we covered today. We're going to show you how to set these systems up. We're going to show you what your content strategy should look like. We're going to help you design your offer suite. We're going to help you make sure you're qualifying and pre-qualifying people. We're going to make sure that you understand where and how do you find the right people? What does that look like? How do you build relationships with people? Guys, it's all and some covered in this free 5-day workshop. But here's the kicker. It is only available for like a max of 10 days. You got to get in and get this in your schedule because the videos are going away after I teach them. They're not staying up live. It's not going to be in the Facebook group forever. We are not emailing these out. We're not posting them anywhere else. It's all happening inside a pop-up private Facebook group. And when I'm done teaching, they're going away. Okay, so this is time sensitive, guys, and this is game changer. This is game changer. It is free for a very short time. So get over there, type workshop below. We will get you registered. We'll get you connected. Awesome. If you're on Instagram, YouTube, we will get connected with you. If you're on Facebook, my team will reach out to you. We will get you registered. It's free. Or you can go to annekeaney.com/workshop. We'll hook you guys right up. Okay. Get into the pop-up private Facebook group, guys. That's where it's all going down. We have a bonus training we just did on Monday that's sitting in there waiting for you guys. And it is an hour of like pure, amazing content around pricing and positioning. One of the biggest things we need you guys to get down. So it's insane, okay? Make sure you invite your buddies to come with you. Invite 1 or 2 of your friends who you're like, oh my gosh, we need to do this together. You're going to love this. You need this. Invite them over. Okay, have them come join you and be your buddy throughout the 5-day workshop. It's actually going to be a total of like 10 days by the time the bonus sessions and stuff are done. Invite your friends, guys. It's nothing like this. It's going to change everything for you guys. I hope to see you over there. We kick off Monday. I'll see you guys really soon. Bye, everybody.